How's it going, Shy?
It is evening as we record
Yes,
this,
indeed.
and the sun is still out,
Okay.
and I hadn't seen that yet. It's only been a few days, but I hadn't actually either seen it or paid attention, which I don't know what that means that I'm already in bed so early. But I'm adjusting to it
Yeah,
and trying to decide if it's okay.
yeah. We turning the corner. It's getting out of winter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got to worry about snow no more. Hopefully, you
Mm,
know. You think we
I mean,
you think we might get another one? I thought we
I
was
don't
out the
think it'll be a
woods.
big one, but I think there'll be some more snow. Come on, the way the world is right now, we're guaranteed a little bit of snow.
Worried about everything I hate. You know what I mean? Is I think snow and COVID go hand in hand. I don't know why, but I do. I don't know how it works, but it just feels that way. Like the numbers go up, we
Yeah,
just get a storm or something.
yeah, I'm not familiar with that math, but if you think so, so be it. That feels a little. I mean, we did have to be locked down. When it started, it was cold.
I
Uh,
don't know how it works, but I feel like it's at the very least. I think like whatever there is out there, like if there's a god or something, like he does a snowstorm when we getting too crazy. He's like, y'all out of hand. If you
oh,
ain't
for
gonna
sure. Yeah, no,
quarantine, I'm gonna quarantine for you. You know what I
that's
mean?
Mother Nature. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's her job.
She's like, all right, cut it out. Y'all
Is
gonna stay
to try
inside.
to shut it down. Yeah, because in New York we had a day and a half of like 60 something degree weather.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw all of the faces, and like within 2 days it was back down to 40. Like, nope, y'all can't handle it. Nope.
I'm telling you,
Uh-uh.
she know what she's
Yeah.
doing. Mother Nature's real. She's like, nah, you don't deserve this. You ain't ready for this
Yeah.
life.
Hmm.
Let's get into the news.
Oh, right.
Blue Ivy Carter, age 9, wins her first Grammy. That's right, y'all. Blue Ivy Carter, at 9 years old, is the second youngest artist to win a Grammy Award. The daughter of Beyonce and Jay-Z won her first Grammy on Sunday for Best Music Video for Brown Skin Girl. Blue Ivy received the writing credit for the song. She's not the youngest winner, however. That title is held by Leah Pazel, who won in 2001 at the age of 8. And Brown Skin Girl is featured in Beyonce's Lion King, The Gift album. Yeah, this is dope, a flex, and also like hurtful all at once. So this is really like mixed news for me. Yeah, like
Why is it mixed news for
because
you?
it's like I can't do this for my kids. You know, like if I feel like as a parent, like yo, man, I can't give my kid no Grammy. You know, I'm
Yeah,
failing. You know.
but do they want a Grammy? The real question, you know what? I'm not even going to get into it because I don't want the hive to come after me. But I hope Blue Ivy appreciates this Grammy. That's all. I hope that she does.
Yeah, I do
You know
think
what I
this is too
mean?
early to win a Grammy because, like, where do you go from here? Like,
That's what I'm saying. Her life is already not at all how we've. You know what I mean? Grammys at 9.
yeah,
I hope that she is also still understanding that she has to make her bed.
yeah, you're right because the
Right?
curb is thrown off now. Like, what do you work for when you've gotten
We,
all the achievements?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's tough. It's very tough because I mean, at 9, I was well, shit. What was I doing at 9? I was in 4th grade. Um, well, I think I had a crush on a dude named Ben. So I mean, like simple, simple things. I was perfecting my cursive, or
okay.
things like that. Really getting into long division.
There
Really
you
into
go. There
that.
you go.
Yeah. But I mean, I certainly wasn't thinking about Grammys. I enjoyed music a great
Right.
deal, but I was not thinking about Grammys. But again, I'm not Blue Ivy,
No, that's
right?
fair. I was
So
really into the Coming Out of Our Shells album by Ninja Turtles at this point.
I don't even.
It's a classic
So we were
album.
both equally poised to
Yeah.
win Grammys, and yet we didn't.
It's right there. Yeah, there's no way
Yeah.
she's enjoying this Grammy as much as Nas is. Like they both won their first Grammy.
That is, speak on it. That is wild. That is wild.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like it's wild that it's Nas's first. It's wild, but it's not, because these award shows, that's how they go. People get very worked up about the award shows and who's getting noticed, and there's reason to be on who's getting nominated and who the Grammys are paying attention to and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Just in general, just like as a guide as to what's happening in the street and who they're choosing to pay attention to.
Right.
So there's that. But as far as like who should get it and the acknowledgement and all that kind of stuff, Grammys are very hit and miss. They always have been. You start to see the patterns, same patterns in the Oscars.
Yeah.
At some point they will ignore a section, they will ignore a type of music until it behooves them to not. And then when they decide to step into that arena, they will get it wrong.
Mhm.
Every time, and then they will eventually get it right in the way that like Scorsese got an Oscar, like his first Oscar, and it was like, wow, all the other shit he's made, and we just now getting around to giving him you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's more on just like well, you know what? We know you've been out here, and we just kind of dusted off this part of the office and realized all the other things you've done. So yeah, let's go on and here, have a little statue or something. So that's kind of what I guess happened with Nas. I'm not surprised that he got it.
Yeah.
Because it was time, and it was touted as like a return to form, and like that kind of thing, which all of his albums are always touted as a return to form, which must be rough when the form is your first one.
Right.
Like you want to grow, but everyone's like, nah, do it like you did the first time. Like that's got to be exhausting.
Yeah, big time.
So there's that, but then at the same time, old Blue Ivy over here is just already just like yoink, like what? So I hope that the other people who lost to Nas are, especially in the rap, with rap and the Grammys, I hope they're all taking it in stride, because they know that the Grammys is not the bellwether. Like they often get it wrong. They started out getting it wrong.
Right. Yeah, because I enjoyed Nas's album. I thought it was one of the better ones of the year. I did not think it was the best rap album this year. I also thought that, by the same token, to your point, he should have won it years ago. I thought he had a much better argument several times, but they're doing the whole Lifetime Achievement Award, and unfortunately for the other guys that are here, they haven't been doing it as long as he has. So the white voters don't know these other guys.
Exactly.
Yeah, it just is what it is.
It's still old people. It's still older people voting, and they're like, oh, I've heard of Nas. It's like, rap is finally getting to a point where, like, when Steely Dan wins Album of the Year in the 2000s, and you're like, the fuck? It's because older people are like, I've heard of Steely Dan, I'm gonna vote for them.
Exactly.
And rap is now rounding that corner of just like, oh, I've heard of Nas. I don't know what a Freddie Gibbs is, but I know who Nas is. Let me just go on and vote for that dude.
Listen, I get it. With
So,
that said, the rest of these nominees were awesome albums. I love the Freddie Gibbs album, love the D Smoke album. I'm still mad Conway didn't get nominated. I thought his project was one of the better ones last year. But
I'm sorry, who did you say?
Conway, the Machine. But I also understand having Griselda at this award show would have been very jarring for these old white folks. So I get it.
Yeah, that would have been a lot.
That would have been a very different vibe. I just picture like all these like old execs be like, so your face is always like that? Like, are you always yeah? Oh, what happened? And then just having to explain the story over and over again. Yeah, they're not about that life. But all that said, major props to Nas. Congratulations. Maybe one day you too can be Blue Ivy, and
maybe
you can aspire.
I just hope that she appreciates it, and that she also is learning how to make her bed. I just want both of those to be true.
There you go.
That she's still getting to be a child while winning Grammys. I want to make sure that someone is telling her, hey, this ain't that. Not everybody rolls this way.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's fine if you want to just be like, yeah, we are upper echelon. This is how we roll. We get Grammys every day out of bed. But I mean, like at some point, she's going to have to like order food somewhere. And if you have that attitude, people are going to be like, what's with her?
Word.
You know?
From early. From
Yeah,
early.
just try to humble them a little. I mean, otherwise, you're going to end up with a Taylor Swift, and you don't want that.
At all.
Okay. Don't get me started on that. Oh, my goodness.
Stacy Dash. I want to start dating black men again. That's right. Actress Stacy Dash.
I'm sorry. I just brought up the article. I didn't actually look at that is what the headline
That's
is.
the headline. I ain't making it up. I ain't do nothing funny. I read it as written. If anything, I undersold it because there's 2 exclamation points on the side. Actress Stacy Dash is hoping to get back in the good graces of the black community and hopes that she can find a man while she's at it. MTO News has learned that the actress, political commentator, man, that's a Stacy Dash is open to dating black men again. Her representatives have reached out to at least one top African American celebrity to see who would that be, to see if he could set up a date with the former Trump supporter. Here's what top Hollywood insiders have said. Stacy Dash is trying to make a comeback to the black community. Her rep tried to set up a date with a B-list black actor. It's a publicity stunt, but she's doing it so that the black people could like her again. Republicans are done with her, and the rent has to be paid. Wow.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. What? This is so wild. This is just a wild, clearly like who I wonder was she even matched up with? Who are they like, this guy probably doesn't have anything going on. So he'd be willing to go on a date with Stacy Dash.
B-list.
There's so many. There are questions. I mean, my main question is, what is MTO News? How did you even find this?
Hey, listen, I'm out here in these streets.
Deep.
I'm out here looking for the source, looking for the real articles for y'all, things that people are talking about or not talking about. Apparently, in this case.
I knew that she was like, trying to say like, my bad, Black America. You love me, don't you? And I'm like, slow down. But I didn't know about the whole, also, well, what if I date a black guy? Which is so disconcerting. Just date a person. Let's just see if you can find someone that wants to be around you. Do you know what I mean? Like she'd do better fostering dogs right now.
Yeah, that would be a lot for her right now. I agree.
Yeah, I feel like if she wanted to show that she was a person again, and not just a sellout, I like maybe get a dog. Let's see you
start off
show some sort of affection.
Yeah.
Like she even tried to cry in a clip of her, like, I was just so angry and blah blah blah, and she couldn't even get any tears out. And I'm like, well, come on now. You gotta at least be able to cry on cue.
I tried to figure out who. I couldn't. I tried to like look up anyone that I thought would be like the right level of fame. This would be like I might say yes to this, but they were all like married. Like I thought of Flex from 101. I was like, yo, he might be up for this,
Okay.
But he's happily married, I enjoyed Flex. Flex was cool.
Do you think if he wasn't married, he'd consider going on a date with Stacy Dash?
I think he's kind, open-minded person. So I feel like he's the right mix of like, this would be good for my career, but he could genuinely sell me on the fact that he was doing it as I'm just trying to look for a date. Like I don't feel like because
he would be canceled, not truly canceled. He would be side-eyed.
Right.
So you got to think of someone who's willing to put up with the side eye of Black Twitter,
right,
to help Stacy Dash rehabilitate her career.
Right. And I think he's strong enough in himself. Like anyone that's done, like my man did Homeboys in Outer Space. Like there's nothing he won't do if he believes in it, So I feel like if Stacy like genuinely like, listen, I messed up, I'm trying to fix this. He's the guy that's like, yo, I was on UPN in space. Okay,
What
I
about
could do anything.
what if she perhaps just had a coffee date with Donald Faison,
Okay,
right? So now we get the clueless warm fuzzies.
right.
Yes. And I don't think Donald Faison has done anything to upset the black community at large. We, in general, I feel like the black community is like, yeah, yeah, he's in everything, and when you look back, you're like, wow, he's been in every movie since like the 70s, and I'm not entirely sure how old he is, but okay. Um, and then white people would just be like, oh, the dude from Scrubs. So that might be a way to, kind of get people to be like, all right, maybe she's a thing. And look, if Donald Faison, who I've always thought was maybe okay,
Yeah, I enjoy him.
having coffee, but I do think it needs to be coffee. I don't think we are ready to see Stacy Dash trying to make out with somebody
Nah, that's
in front
aggressive.
of a mostly empty restaurant for two paparazzos or whatever.
Yeah, like the paparazzi is mad. Like, I really gotta take this picture.
Yeah, like this is stupid.
I don't even come to this part of
and
town.
neither of them take their mask off, like Stacy and whoever the dude is. So they're just kissing through masks. Like it really has. We have a real Spinal Tap situation here. Like this could be a very big mess. This could be a very big mess. Maybe again, maybe just be seen walking a dog.
Yeah.
Stop thinking about dating. Walk a dog. We're all we're all sacrificing right now.
Yeah.
Stacy Dash, if I don't get dick, you don't get dick.
Nobody. That's it.
Nobody getting dick.
Dick shut down. It's not out there.
Yeah. Oh, it's COVIDian times right now. That's not how we want to see you.
I gotta say, at the very least, Sha, you sold me on the idea that Donald Faison should walk a dog too. Like you need that too. Like you need, he should be out there walking dogs. I haven't seen him since Scrubs. The last time I saw him was him giving me like Scrubs nostalgia because he was in Zach's video when he was asking for money for his new movie.
Okay.
That's the last time I saw him.
I think there was some TV show that I came across, and I don't know if it's still on, but it was on fairly recently, and it was like a cast photo, like a promo cast photo, and I was like, is that Donald Faison? Look at him still working. But I cannot remember what it may have been. Just some TV show I came across scrolling endlessly. So it's something, but it's probably just one of those newer shows where I'm like, oh, I don't know. Does this come on the same night as like Big Bang Theory or something? Like I don't know any of those shows, but so he's still working. The thing is, Donald Faison is always going to be working.
Word. He's
right, and I don't think he has anything too questionable in his background.
No, he clean. Homie don't be having problems. Like I thought he was gonna be like Black David Boreanaz for a while. Like he's like he always working.
I think he is.
Straight up. Like he just like he's busy. He acknowledges he's tried but can't do movie stardom. But like he is TV handsome.
Yeah.
And he's just always employed. And as soon as he ages out from one demo, he's perfect for the next role.
Yep.
He like, he was the quirky young kid. Now he's the relatively cool 30-something. Now he's the cool dad probably somewhere.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
He's perfect. I'm telling you, he's Black David Boreanaz.
So maybe the two of them walking dogs together. I mean, it's got to be clear as day that it's platonic. I'm also a little upset that I'm putting this much brain power into how to clean up Stacy Dash's situation.
That's how hard it is, all right? This is taking genuine effort. That's probably how this article happened. Like she was like, listen, I gotta fix my image. And they pitched all these ideas to her, and she was like, I just say I'll date a black guy. Whatever we gotta do. Like this is
honestly, that feels real too.
Yeah.
That it's not that she is driven to dating a black guy, but she's just like, I gotta do something. Which is why she should just go on and get a dog, and maybe Donald Faison could meet her someplace, and they walk up a block, get a couple of pictures made, they wave, take their respective dogs away. That's all it takes.
Done deal. There you go.
Done.
Career fixed. First NFT artwork at auction sells for a staggering $69 million. That's right. The first virtual non-fungible token artwork to be sold at a major auction house closed at $69,346,250 during an online auction by Christie's on Thursday. The record-breaking sale of Every Days, the first 5,000 days, catapults the creator Mike Winkleman, who goes by Beeple, near yo man, I thought Winkleman was a lot to overcome, but he said, "Nah, I'm gonna double down on this." Yo, it catapults him near the summit of the most expensive living artist to date, placing him just below David Hockney and Jeff Koons. Hockney's painting, a portrait of an artist, Pool with Two Figures, sold for $90.3 million in 2018, and Koons' stainless steel sculpture Rabbit topped the list at $91.1 million in 2019. Yeah, Winkleman's collage has 5,000 images. It took 13 years to make. Had a starting bid of just $100, but the high-profile auction drew fevered bidding from over 350 buyers. Bond, we doing the wrong thing, Sean. You know what I mean?
Huh?
We in the wrong game.
No, look, I am on the outskirts of this game because my day job is working at an arts foundation, and so there have been a lot of discussions about what this means for art and art sales moving forward, and just in general, how does this change the people who normally were spending money, and then the people who will this attract, like a younger? It's a lot, and I'm still sitting in the corner like, what's an NFT? So here in this piece they have, I guess, what an NFT is. An NFT is a digital token encrypted with the artist's signature on the blockchain, a digital ledger that is the backbone of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, allowing sellers and buyers to verify authenticity and ownership. Virtual art faces unique challenges that physical does not, as it can be copied and disseminated any number of times on the internet, reducing its value. NFTs ensure that a buyer has the true original directly from the artist. They also allow artists to sell works directly to buyers on their own, which some have asserted will democratize the art market.
Okay.
So you make a meme, right? And the meme is encrypted with your info on a blockchain, which I still am trying to figure out the blockchain stuff, but that's all you understand, right?
Yeah, I'm with you. Okay.
Okay. And so that is how people know, oh, this is your meme. Got it. And so the issue is that anyone can copy memes.
Right.
But this token is a way for people to tell whether or not that's the OG meme.
Right. Yeah, you got it. You in. That's it. You ready. NFT tokens for Shai's next album coming soon.
No, don't do that. I'm still trying to figure out how to get my stuff on CD.
Yeah,
that's just
I don't get this, in that I understand how it works. I don't understand why it's a thing. Like, I think, like, I feel like when you make art digitally, I like the fact that it exists and that it's another way to monetize your art. I think that there's like an inherent understanding, though, that when you make art in this medium, you're understanding, hey, listen, I'm not gonna make the same money as I would for these other things in exchange for everyone being able to have it.
But that is if you are, that was the mindset. But this is a new mindset.
Yeah.
This is a new way of doing it. They've figured out a way to make that kind of money, because Well, let me tell you something. In the art world, the money that's being bandied about buying various works of art is wild. It's truly insane. The amount of money that's just so it's not necessarily fair that you can't get to it because you're working in a medium, though forward thinking
Right.
doesn't have a way to be acquired. So now we're changing how to acquire things.
So if we put
You know
out
what I mean?
a comedy special and no one could buy it, but
Hmm.
with this token, is this the same idea?
Yes, a band has actually put out an album on an
NFT.
one of these. Every time I look at it, I think of a non-fungus token, but that's not the word. One of these not fungus tokens or whatever. Someone, I can't remember what band it was that put out their album this way just recently. Oh, Kings of Leon.
Okay, okay.
Kings of Leon's new record is out this way,
Because this reminded me
and
of
I'm
like
still
when Wu-Tang made that one disc, and then that the pharmaceutical
yes,
guy bought it and they got mad.
yeah.
But it felt like that kind of energy.
It is that kind of energy next level.
Okay.
So now there's that disc, but it's digital. And you now, if it's on one of these here, hot foot tokens or whatever, and you have the proof that it's the one,
Right.
uh, so there, you're like, this is the copy. But it's digital. It's just like, since I wonder if the money has to be actual cash on the barrelhead or if the money is also in Bitcoin.
Mm.
It's all very confusing to me.
I guess like a big part of like what confuses me is that like I thought people bought fancy art to get laid. Like, yo, come to my
Oh,
house, look
yeah,
at this
no.
painting, $3 million,
Mhm.
B. That's how I do it in these streets. And that's the only reason like
No.
comedy doesn't get you laid, because you can't put like the whole special on the wall. So instead we just gotta go for the
Yeah.
masses and hope people enjoy it.
No. I mean, it's serious investments. They're serious investments. But the thing about it is they're serious investments, but they're tangible things. So you have to worry about the upkeep of it. So you've got this beautiful piece of art, oil on canvas, but now you have to worry about wear and tear on it
Right.
because it can grow in value and you could end up loaning it to a museum and you can't just have that shit in your rec room, you know what I mean, with cat hair on it. So there's storage and, whether or not you want to loan it and or if it's okay to be hung or, like I'm moving, now I got to arrange because there's insurance for this expensive art
Jeez.
and all of that kind of stuff. This way, it's all of that, but it's digital, so it cuts back on a lot of that, right? You don't have to worry about all that things, but you did pay $69 million for it. I don't.
Oh.
It's confusing. I really should read up more on it since I answer the phones at a place where people will be talking about.
It's like kind of my job, I'm gonna look into it when I can.
Yeah, I should look up, but I also just have to get coffee for him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to have the answers right away, but it would be nice to know a little something in case I have to do small talk or some shit.
Yeah, I remember when I was in DC, seeing a painting at I want to say it was the Smithsonian, that it was
Mhm.
on loan, and it was like the whole on loan thing, like it's a flex as is. It's like, yo, this is my shit. Y'all
Right.
get to borrow for a little bit, but you got to put down that it's my shit under the like title of the painting. So that is already cool. Like, yo, like I own this and it says so on the wall. But what was extra gangster to me is like when I was there, they were showing like the paintings of like the Obamas that had just gotten done,
Right.
which were beautiful. And they showed other paintings by that artist, and one of the paintings was on loan from LL Cool J, and it was a painting of LL Cool J. And I just thought that was amazing.
Was that Kahindra
Yeah,
Wiley?
like it was a painting by the same guy, a girl. I don't know who did it, but it was their painting of LL Cool J that they gifted to LL Cool J, and then LL Cool J put it on loan. So he's like, "Yeah, look at me loaning a picture of me to y'all."
Yeah,
That was like the
absolutely.
most
He
LL shit.
probably he probably bought that if it was a Kahinde Wiley, who I think is who did Barack's
Yeah,
painting, and then the woman who did Michelle. I feel like her name is like Amy Sherald or something like that. Forgive me if I get those names wrong. It's a bonus episode, so I'm not going to be 100% sure on any of these episodes. Who am I kidding? I walk in every place blind. But yeah, having a painting of yourself is
uh,
so wild
I was
to
blown
me.
away, like reading that, cracking up by myself in this room. And like I was trying to wave people over to like read it with me. Like, yo, y'all see how amazing this is? My man got a painting of himself and then got it on the wall saying, yo, I'm letting y'all borrow this picture of me. Like I feel like the level of like arrogance was so impressive. I'm gonna get so many paintings of me and let people borrow them. Like, yo, listen, y'all can hold this. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm gonna
Okay,
let you keep
well,
it.
try to get them by paintings by people that folks want to see their
Like
art.
Hende.
Don't just get your boy on the street to do a nice little charcoal of you on the back of a paper bag and then just wait for MoMA to call. Like,
Hende got my back, you know what I mean? I'll see you
yeah,
soon
yeah.
out there in these
See if you
streets.
can get Kahinde on the phone.
You gonna take care of me. It was I was the only dude at the museum focused. Like they had pictures of both Obamas, and I was there looking at LL and Pedro Martinez. He had like a painting too, and it was just me by myself by both of those paintings. But
That's so great.
why not? You know what I mean? I got my heroes.
I love
Okay.
it.
Finally, trying to mend the Latin souls here. J Lo and
Mhm.
ARod keeping their kids happy is a key factor of why they are trying to work on their relationship. For those of y'all that don't know, J Lo and ARod had reached a breaking point recently and broken up, but
But
they are now trying to work things out. They are in DR trying to patch things up as we speak. Because apparently sources close to the couple are telling us that neither of them expected the news to break on Friday about their split, and because of that, they didn't have time to prepare their 4 children who've all grown very close. We're told that J-Lo's 13-year-old twins and A-Rod's daughters, 16 and 12 years old, were devastated by the discussions the Modern Family had on Friday of a possible breakup. And because of that, they are now trying to get together, make it work. A-Rod, when the news came out, flew to DR to be with J-Lo and the girls and her twins, pardon me, who's out there now filming the video. But yeah, besides the kids being a factor, there are other reasons they are trying to work it out. So apparently there's still some sparks, So yeah, Latin America, there's still hope, that our Barbie and Ken couple might make it happen.
look, you got 2 Leos trying to work this out. When is J-Lo gonna learn? This is the second Leo. The second high profile Leo. In fact, I don't even know what Mark Anthony was. Let me see what Mark Anthony was if he was a Leo. Because that's important. It's Mark with a C, right? Yeah. Anthony. Okay, singer songwriter. Let's see when his birthday is, because that's gonna be important. But yeah, we've already been through this. Oh no, he's
Is he Virgo?
Ooh, he's a Virgo.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna work. That's definitely not gonna work. But yeah. The problem is I can only speak for Leo women.
Okay.
And I don't know if they really want me to, but I'll tell you this. We are extremely loyal. We are very loyal.
Okay.
So if something happened with ARod and somebody on some reality show, which I believe is the case, perhaps, it's going to be hard. It's We'll take you back, but please believe it's gonna be a lot of hoop jumping. It's gonna be a lot of hoop jumping for a long time, and I don't know if a Leo man's gonna want to jump through all those hoops. There's that. It is a shame about the kids. Also, I didn't realize J Lo's twins were 13. Where
Yeah, that
where has
flew,
the
right?
time gone?
Jeez. I was I was
That's.
I was hurt shy, but like I also know that like he looks like all of my uncles that cheat. So like
I
like
mean,
he gives me that vibe. Like he's someone that like I think like I would enjoy chilling with him, but I would be very angry if he's like, yo, I'm dating your aunt. You know what I mean?
yes.
It's
I
it's it's two
I
different
feel
levels
like
of trust.
I feel like if ARod hasn't been snapped up in perpetuity by now, yeah, this is gonna happen. He has the world is could be his oyster.
Mm-hmm.
So now you trying to be, and don't get me wrong, they both were like fabulous in very similar ways that seemed compatible.
Yeah.
But that's probably not going to be enough for him on one level and maybe not enough for her on another level. I don't know. I do hope they work it out because, their skin tones are fantastic together. They look good together. And if there's anything that Jennifer Lopez is good at doing, it is making her significant other look the best
Yeah.
he's ever looked. I enjoy Ben Affleck at a level that I'm not fully ready to accept, but I enjoy him a lot. I really like Ben Affleck. I do. I have since way in the '90s. I just enjoy his. I think he does good work. Is he a hot mess? Probably, perhaps, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoy him. I will say, though, he's never looked better than when he was with Jennifer Lopez.
Yo, it's
She had him wearing a highlighter on his cheeks. Like I mean, cheekbones for days. He looked amazing. The tannest he's ever been,
listen,
the fittest, and you had to be that. You know what I mean? And so, like,
yo,
if ARod knows what's good for him,
he
I
gonna
mean, he
fix
seemed to
this.
already have his own thing, but if he knows what's good for him, he's going to stick with her. She's going to have him looking good.
Look, this is how I know she's the truth, cause Sean Combs is worth $1 billion. He
Mm-hmm.
got other baby mamas. He's had a baby mama die,
Mm-hmm.
and this dude is only crying on videos when he reminisces on this relationship.
Oh, really?
Straight. The only time I seen this dude show like some type of like remorse, his whole career is on Biggie dying. When Biggie died, he tap danced through that whole video.
You
Biggie
know what?
died, my man was like two-stepping all through that rain while 112 was singing.
Mm-hmm.
Breaks up with J-Lo, talks about it 30 years later while talking with her and ARod in the video, and he still can't control himself. He's like, yeah, B, I fucked up. You know what I mean? I should have done better. Like, every time I see that dude.
Literally forgot that they were together. How about that?
his life, like, he's been successful in every way, has a beautiful family, and over again, he wins. The only remorse I see that dude show is when they discuss this relationship.
But I mean, that's wild. I mean, I think we're talking about like, they're gonna miss her. They need to do right for it, blah, 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 and all this other stuff because, she's great. But also, as a Leo woman, she might be a little bit of a pill.
Okay, fair.
Might be a lot. I'm sure she's a lot. She is definitely a lot.
Yeah.
I can guarantee she's a lot for America.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's a lot for her significant other.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Anyone that like when like they call you, they're like, yo, we need you to sing at the inauguration, and they've heard her sing and still think, yeah, I'm definitely one of the best people for this job. You know? Like, she should have known that. Like, real talk. I ain't mad that she put out albums, but like in her heart of hearts, like when they called her for that job, she should have been like, me? Like, really? I'm next on that list?
But instead of thinking that, she thought, how can I get one of my songs into God Bless America or whatever it was, America the Beautiful? How do I sneak my jams in? Is there a spot for me to yell out Waiting for Tonight? No? Alright, we'll just go with "Let's Get Loud." Do you know what I mean? And that's where the pill comes in.
Yeah,
Like, it's like, "Alright, you're doing a lot."
you're right. You're right. I
But
see it the other way now. You're right.
yeah, I mean, like, that's great, but it's also like, "Oh, wow," you
Yeah, that's a
know?
lot.
But I for whatever reason, I am always kind of rooting for J-Lo. I'm always kind of rooting for J-Lo. I want her to find her dude, or I want her to just be like, "Yeah, I guess maybe I don't need a dude." But I don't know if she needs to be married. I think she just needs to have these long-term relationships with hot ass men
Yeah,
for a few years at a time.
that's it.
I think that's how she shines. And I think maybe that's just what it needs to be.
Yeah, I thought I feel like because of her, Rihanna is happy. Like Rihanna saw her and she's like, nah, that looks stressful. I'ma just be single forever. And
Like she walked so that Rihanna
yeah,
could just chill on a
big time.
beach.
Big time. Oh man, live your life, all right? I love it. We should all aspire to be Rihanna, okay? That's what I've learned today.
Oh, oh gosh, I hope you two crazy kids work it out there. That's all I hope
There
for
you
you
go.
two.
You know what I mean? If you like what you heard, please like and subscribe to the show. If you're an Apple podcast listener, please rate the show. 4 stars is fine, but you know, what does that say about you? 5 stars, much better. You're a great person. Your mom loves you. Believe it. Any articles you want us to cover, please DM us at Silky Jumbo, at Gastor Almonte, or on Twitter, on Instagram. With all that said, my name is Gastor Almonte, always with the homie Shalewa Sharpe. Thank you as always for checking us out. This has been another War Report. Catch y'all next week. Peace.